Gabriel, we're here today for the publication of the first quarterly bulletin of the Central Bank for 2016. Can you summarise for me what happened in the Irish economy in 2015?
Well, the available evidence that we have point to very strong growth in the economy in 2015. We expect now that growth amounted to about 7% per annum, a very substantial rate. And the labour market performed particularly well, with something like 50,000 jobs being created in net terms this year. The key feature of the growth last year was that it was broadly based. It reflected both strong export growth, but also strong domestic demand, in particular consumption and investment.
What can this pickup be attributed to?
I think there are a number of factors which explain it, both external and domestic. On the external side, there are four elements. Firstly, we have an accommodative monetary policy in both Europe and in the rest of the world. Secondly, growth in our trading partners is relatively strong, which boosted exports. Thirdly, the exchange rate was favourable, reflecting the weakness of the euro. And fourthly, the fall in oil prices has boosted the incomes of consumers, which has strengthened consumption growth.
And what about the domestic factors?
Well, I think there are three main factors. First of all, during the crisis, a lot of households and firms postponed expenditure. They are now making good on these deficiencies, and that is boosting growth at the moment. It's so-called pent-up demand. Secondly, we have the benefits of past policies. So, for example, in the fiscal area, we have had a substantial improvement in the public finances, so there is less need for a substantial fiscal adjustment, as was the case in the past, and this acts as a force which reduces the drag on growth. And then thirdly, the nature of growth itself, which is more employment intensive, means that incomes are accruing in the domestic economy, and that is tending to boost consumption.
And can you tell me, is this upswing in the economy expected to continue for the next 2 years?
Well, the growth in 2015 was exceptional, so it's natural that we would expect some easing in the next 2 years. For example, for 2016, we expect growth to be of the order of 5%. But don't forget, this is a very strong growth performance, both by international standards and by the standards of past performance of the Irish economy.